Okay, well, we're back after some difficulties, and I have my guest with me. We have Amy Keel from and Nadia from which I'm not going to try to pronounce that last name. Um,
I'd rather you
from
didn't.
yeah, that's probably a good idea. From the Ginger Snaps, how y'all doing?
Loverly, how are you, Chris?
Oh, I'm so awesome that my shit ain't doing right, so that's always fun. So
Go ahead and do the thing you do, Nadia.
What thing? What thing is that, AB?
That you always do with Chris.
more
That
than
thing? That thing? What is
Thing
it?
the thing you always do with Chris. Copyrighted to you, so I don't want to say it.
Go fuck yourself, Chris. That's right.
Oh yeah, okay. So that's awesome. So yeah, like I said initially, wanted to talk about kind of first of all Pride Month. Let's go ahead and talk about that a little bit. So y'all are part of the LGBT community, obviously.
Nuh-uh.
What?
Really?
Wait,
Oh shit!
did I hear that?
Left the flag up again.
So yeah, that's kind of your, you kind of your thing, or not your thing.
Our thing.
It's your lifestyle.
Lifestyle. Ooh.
Lifestyle choice. My lifestyle choice.
Yeah.
Okay.
In all seriousness, though, and instead of picking on Chris, yeah, I consider myself part of the LGBTQ plus community for a couple of reasons.
Go ahead.
Nadia,
AB?
are you? Hi.
We lost you for a second, I think.
Yeah, you kind of.
Oh no.
You froze up.
Not one thing, it's another.
Well, we are synonymous with fucking up people's technology.
Apparently. So yeah, go ahead and say again what you were saying.
Me? Am I there?
I'm sorry. Yeah, we see you.
All right.
I hear you.
I consider myself part of the LGBTQ plus community in a couple of those acronyms.
Okay.
And I do as well. I fall under the L and the T.
I fall under the plus and the T. If you want to talk about general sexuality, then I consider myself a demi-pansexual trans woman. And as far as Pride goes, Pride was started out of a riot that was started by trans women of color. And you said it earlier, just after a year after the initial riots is when they started actually holding marches and festivals and stuff like that. And it just kind of, went from there. It wasn't, I guess I should put my hands down in front of the camera. That's pretty dumb. It, excuse me, it kind of went from there to kind of the commercial big party that we have today that we have a lot of problems with. I think there's a lot of not going back to the original purpose of coming together as a community and having our only space and our own little party space to kind of let it all out. I think that's your brief history of Pride.
Yeah. Nadia, do you have anything to add to that?
Not really. It's just a place that we can finally be ourselves and have this outlandish kind of moment where we can, you don't have to be worried about, holding your partner's hand or, just, getting into things. And it's something that a lot of people get misinterpret as some sort of privilege, along with that, the straight pride stuff, where people say, well, how come we don't have a straight pride? Well, you don't get fired for being who you are. So you don't have to worry about your job. You don't have to worry about your home. You don't have to worry about insurance. You don't have to worry about other things just for being who you are.
When you have all the power and privilege, you don't need pride. You already have all the spaces. All the spaces are safe spaces. We need those. We need that time to enjoy ourselves and be proud of who we are, and kind of our history and stuff like that, and our own culture, because the culture is different than straight culture, because y'all straight people are fucking weird.
Okay, well, hold up a minute.
Present
Weird.
company excluded.
Not all straight people.
Oh, don't you start that.
Hashtag.
Hashtag.
Not all cis heads.
Yeah, not all cishet allos. Although technically, I don't think I'm a allo, whatever. I might be on the scale somewhere.
If you want to talk about what pride means to me, it doesn't mean as much as it did, 9 years ago, 8 years ago, when I first came out and I was doing Utah Pride, when it was the only time that I got to be myself, when it was safe. It's kind of today. It's kind of a bummer, with the parade being mostly political candidates and businesses. So, I mean, it's kind of hard to find queer only spaces where queer performers or queer things are going on, where it's just us and it doesn't have the police or corporations kind of hounding us and being that constant reminder that we're something to be that word capitalized on, I guess, is a good word.
Yeah, I went to the Salt Lake City Pride, and I was kind of surprised to see a sheriff was trying to recruit people for their department. And like, isn't that kind of against why we have this to begin with? Honestly,
that dude earns the title tone deaf motherfucker.
It's Utah. What do you expect, honestly?
Wait, we could swear, right, Chris?
Oh, good.
Kiss.
Kiss. In my third grade, kiss.
You don't have to be an asshole in my bad language. It's fine.
Oh, yeah. I don't have to be an asshole. No, but it's fine. No, okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Yes, you can curse. Sorry.
I don't. What were we talking about? Oh, just pride stuff.
Yeah, pride is. I mean, that's a big, huge question. Pride is not what it used to be, and pride is got a kind of long storied history. Actually, last year we went into the history, I think, in more depth when we did our pride show. I'm pretty sure it's been a year, so what the fuck? I might not be remembering right. I know we've done queer history in the past too, but I mean, more important thing to remember is the gay rights movement. All of us, what little we have, even though it's crumbling around us, and we owe that all to a bunch of fierce trans women of color who are, highly neglected when it comes to visibility.
Yeah, I mean, and like I was saying before, I mean, the trans women in general the rates of suicide are sky high as compared to the general population, and of course, they're murdered like again, like the percentages are sky high. So,
well, if I had, I have to go off the top of my head here. I didn't get to research it. I believe the suicide rate is 3 or 5 times higher than the general population. Nadia, do you remember these numbers?
That sounds about right. I think it's. If you're talking about just LGBT people, it's about 40% either try or attempt it, or they attempt it at least, compared to about 4%
of the general population.
I think so.
And that's generally a little higher, 3 or 4% higher for trans people than it is for the LGBT plus community. I think it's like 10 times higher to be murdered or something like that. It's a hard statistic to pull down, but yeah, I mean, we lose a lot of trans people, mostly trans women of color, to death by murder and death by suicide. It's a huge deal. And the biggest way that you can stop that and get the statistic down is to support your trans people. When people are supported in general in the LGBT community, that number goes way down to just above the regular the cis population, the general population rather. So support and family support is everything.
Yeah, I mean, like you said before, you had to do an episode and all this, so I don't want to rehash a lot of this. But I think it is important. I don't think you can say it enough, really. So I don't have any problem reiterating that or whatever. So like I said, Nashville's here is June 23rd, which I plan on going to. Are y'all going to Pride events in y'all's particular locations?
Oh yeah, I'm going to Pride. It's I think around the same time as Nashville Pride, but there's also a couple other events that I'm going to attend. There's a queer performers only at some club, and I'm going to go to that. There's also a get together at the Science Museum in St. Paul, and I'm going to go to that because what better in this world than science and queer people? Nothing, nothing at all.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm the complete package.
Okay, so why don't you go ahead and kiss your own ass there, Nadia, and tell everybody as much as you can, I guess.
As much as I can. Well, I am a Gemini, and I like.
No, okay, all right.
So I am a budding scientist at the university I'm a grad student at in will be closing years of my PhD in biology. And I do this as a fun side topic to
Fun.
Personal personal project, I guess, on top of teaching and research and all that fun stuff. So
Nadia is the busiest human being alive. And
that's not true.
I'm just grateful that she comes by every 2 weeks when we release an episode just to hang out and record with me.
Well, I mean, when you fight depression, it's also difficult too.
Oh, don't I know it?
Mm.
Don't I know it? You know, depression, PTSD, and I've got a cold now at the moment too. So that works out great. He's eating.
Sorry, y'all. I mean, I overslept like I do because on the weekends that's all I do. So, one slice. I swear to God, one slice.
I see. After your 4-month hiatus.
I know. I'm a horrible.
Not even like sparing yourself for an hour and a half or
this
so.
Is live as fuck. Hey, I want some goddamn pizza.
Let's see if I can make this work.
Behind.
Here you go. Have some. Okay.
Bite it, Amy. Oh yeah.
Pizza.
Can't wait to see the live comments about this.
Anyway, so
why does pride still matter? Well,
it's still important. I mean,
it's important, especially to the younger folks. We still get to come together as a huge community, and they still get to see pride is just magical when you, especially really big prides like in the Twin Cities, San Francisco, Seattle. You see just the swath of human beings, every type of human being you can imagine, from bears with their kinky leather bears with their subs on a collar to just regular old people in suit and ties, and from anything that you can imagine. And it's a wonderful thing, and especially for kids to see that is really important because they know that they're not alone. And then it's the same for adults. We need to see that. What we need, in my opinion, to do is kick out the corporations and kind of bring it back more towards home, because we're facing a challenge like we haven't faced since I was alive, and especially since I've been out of them, the people in power right now trying to reverse everything that we've fought for and tried to earn or earned in the past 40 years. And they're just going to try to erase that as quickly as possible. And so I think we need to continue to come together, but we can't forget that we can't get lazy. We can't get lackadaisical. We have to know that there's still a fight out there, and it's hopefully not going to be as big as it used to be, but it's going to come down the line for us, and we need to get back to that roots.
Yeah, I saw that last year when I went. I was like, Jesus Christ, the fucking corporations are everywhere, and it kind of made me sick. I mean,
Well, I mean, it's not cheap to put on a pride event like this, and I can understand why organizers are selling space to these corporations for that purpose. But you also have to keep in mind that, like, just because they slap a rainbow on some merchandise does not mean that they're necessarily LGBT friendly.
well, that's the problem I have, I guess. I mean, it'd be one thing if like they had displayed some sort of solidarity with the movement, but I think a lot of it, like Amy says, is capitalizing.
Well, yeah, I mean, YouTube, right? YouTube, who's been demonetizing channels that talk about gay shit, has a fucking pride thing up when you go to their page. I mean, come on. Is there any greater contradiction that they're just trying to cash in?
Well, that's America, man. What are you talking about?
Murica. You said that wrong. It's Murica.
I thought I just said
That's
America.
because he had pizza in his mouth.
Oh, yeah, that's because he's eating.
Okay. That's it, I promise. Okay.
Sorry, Chris, I didn't know you were so hungry.
I didn't know either. Anyway, so let's kind of get a little more serious, I guess. I mean, you heard me talking earlier about something that happened to a friend of mine.
Yeah, I saw that post from your friend.
Yeah, I didn't want to mention the person's name because.
But you'll mention my last name. It's cool.
I didn't even think about that. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's done now.
Well, just be reassured that nobody watches this shit anyway, so it's fine. I've had anyway, so, yeah, I don't think people realize. Well, let me take that back. I don't think a lot of men or people reared as men understand that it's women have gone through so much shit and take so much shit and have been, assaulted and have been kind of viewed as property for so long that it's just disgusting, really. And when sometimes when something like that happens, women are like, it's just.
Well, I mean, that's the face that we put on, but that's not really the reality of it, because I think we kind of talk different when you're not around, for assumed safety reasons. But I mean, women have to deal with it. They have to start adjusting to this type of behavior when they're fucking 10 years old, 8 years old, 12 years old, when they're children, because that's when it starts. And for all the TERFs say, trans women do not get away from that. I mean, it's almost instantaneous. For some of us to get over-sexualized really quickly, like women all do, and to get kind of dehumanized in a way. Excuse me, I have a cold, so I'm going to make that noise a lot. I can remember the first time that I got sexually assaulted when I came out, and I had been out for about 7 months. For those of you who are on my Facebook page, think about that picture that I posted today and minus 3 months. And I was at a bar, and I was getting a drink for me and my friends. And all of a sudden I felt hands on my chest because some guy was behind me, hugging me, but hugging my boobs instead of me, and telling me how beautiful I was and how he wanted me. And that was, I didn't even know how to deal with it at first because it was just terrifying. That was the first time, and it wasn't the last. It's happened so many times after that, and it still happens. People just don't understand that it's my body or a woman's body, and it's a boundary. And we teach our girls how to defend themselves around it, and they talk to our girls about it, but we never talk to the boys about it and how wrong it is, and how bodily autonomy should come first. And we should teach this when they're fucking in pre-K or kindergarten. Kids don't have to hug each other. They don't have to hug grandma. Their body is theirs. If we teach that kind of bodily autonomy when they're young, I think it would be less of a problem. But now men feel so entitled to our bodies. just from seeing us. I mean, there isn't many days where we can go outside and not get catcalled or a comment made or somebody staring as we walk by. God, that male glare just sucks ass. It's very uncomfortable and it's not complimentary. I don't care how many times you say, I'm just trying to be nice or just telling me to smile. I'm not, it's scary as fuck. Don't do that shit.
Yeah. I've heard that lots of the male gaze or whatever is like it's on everything. I mean, everything is just about it's getting a little better on certain things, but everything is marketed towards a male gaze or whatever. And you don't even realize it. I mean, well,
we
guys,
do.
I mean, yeah, I was gonna say guys don't realize it. What are you talking about? But women, notice it.
Well, I mean, that comes back to privilege. It's really hard to step out your own experience and challenge your own privilege, especially when you don't think it exists. But it does. And if you don't believe privilege exists, just ask binary trans people, whether that's a trans man or a trans woman. We could tell you all about fucking privilege because trans men gain it and we lose it, and we lose it really fast. It's another thing that we've talked about on the show before. You should go tune in. And
self-promotion.
Well, I mean, it's a heavy subject too. I mean, got to have some levity and some advertising for ourselves. Almost a year and a half, by the way, Chris. That's how long we've been on the air.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's okay. Nobody else needs to know. Oh, look at the dog.
There's a chihuahua on the camera in case anybody.
Oh, okay.
Anybody who listens to the show, he may have. I've managed to edit most of his annoying ass bark.
Oh.
So there's something interesting that's said in the chat. Nice guys. Whenever put my hand down. Whenever a guy tells me that he's nice, I'm just a nice guy. That's a red flag, yo. No nice guy says he's a nice guy. Nobody who wants to date you runs around saying, "Hey, I'm nice guys don't say I'm a nice guy." Fucking incels and people who might kill us. They're the ones who say I'm a nice guy or
oh God, incels. Jesus
I
God.
know. There's just so. I shouldn't say these words because some robot crawler will on YouTube will get your show and we'll all get death threats.
It'll be fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. Totally fine. It's fine. No, it's fine. It's fine. No, that's fine. It's fine. Hey, no such thing as bad publicity. Am I right? No, that's wrong. Okay. Yeah, not so much. But I did. That's kind of a good segue. Well, not much of one, but I did want to mention that I forgot about this, that I was going to start a segment called the Men Are Trash segment, where I read what guys have said to women so many times on Facebook Messenger and other messenger types, dating sites, and the kind of shit that guys just say. And that's before or after they show their dick just randomly, just you look in a message and there's just a fucking penis just randomly.
That's happened to me. That has happened to me. Oh my God. So actually, it also happened to me from a girl. A girl just took a picture of her boobs and sent it to me. I know I'm plenty of fish. I'm like, okay, bye.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I would enjoy the breast, but never talk to him again. Let me go ahead and be honest about that. Nice breast. I'm not talking to you again because
like, look, I like a good pair of titties, but no, trust me. If it happened to you, you would be just as disgusted. You just be like, well, that ruins boobs for me for a while. And then 10 minutes later, you're okay.
Yeah, I'm just forget it. But let me read this one. I won't say her name because she didn't give her permission. And it's from, I'm not sure which dating site. It doesn't really fucking matter because it's all of them, unless they're, like LGBT centered. Well, even gay guys do this too, I hear. So,
yeah.
Hey, Ma, you looking good. Got that Casey Anthony swag. I'm liking what's good with you. Why you
what the fuck? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Why you in Corpus ain't nothing popping over there? BTW, I rate you 5 stars because you bad bitch. I don't know what language that is, but okay.
What the hell is a KC? What's it? I mean, I know I'm old, but what?
Okay, let me look. I have to-
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I'm kind of befuddled more than anything.
All right,
I mean,
let me read the first part again. Looking good, got that Casey Anthony swag. Is that what you're talking about?
yeah, what the? I don't. I guess I'm just.
Oh,
Sounds
too
like
Casey
designer
No,
stuff, right?
Casey Anthony. No, Casey. No, isn't Casey Anthony the one that killed her kid or whatever, or they found him dead or whatever?
What?
No, look, it's. I'm pretty sure it's that. Don't you remember that woman who?
Somebody help us in the chat. What the fuck is Casey Anthony swag?
I'm pretty sure that's what they're talking about. If that's the case, that's creepy as fuck.
The whole thing is creepy as fuck. But
Well, yeah, but hold on. Yeah, it's Casey. That's what I thought. Yeah.
men are trash.
So yeah, it's. I don't know why you would. That would be a compliment. She left her 2-year-old. Oh no! That's Kaylee Anthony. Sorry. But no,
Oh,
it was her mom. She left her 2-year-old disappeared, and they blame it. They try to get her for it, but I don't
thanks,
think.
chat. No idea. I have no fucking idea. Thanks, guys. Thanks for your help. We love you. We love you lots.
Don't give me a big head.
Oh, you can't detect sarcasm?
Nope, not me. So yeah, I don't know why that would be something.
Oh, yeah.
To tell somebody.
Yeah, I have no idea. Nathan got it. He got the same answer as you. It's somebody who fucking disappeared their daughter. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
How is that an opening line to a dating scene? I mean, that's just
why I don't understand.
scary as fuck.
Well, okay, it's because of course, we're in a celebrity culture, and even people. Well, she's conventionally attractive, is what it is, and she's hot. I mean, forget the part where she fucking kills her kid or whatever. Casey Anthony's hot. I'd fuck her.
Oh, that's just fucking disturbing.
It is disturbing, but we celebrate everything. Well, not
Kneeling.
not all American citizens, but we live in a celebrity culture, so
Not all Anthony's. What?
Oh,
let's see. There's another one. She sent me another one. Let's see if I can read this one. Hi, I'm in preparation. I can't even read this. Hi, I'm in preparation to become an adult film star, and I need to work on a few things. I was blessed with a nice thick 13-inch C ** K, and I know how to use every inch of it. Would you care to help me?
That's a robot, and nobody has a 13-inch cock. I don't care.
Well, that's not all penises, okay?
Hashtag not all penises. Look,
Yeah.
I've been with somebody who had a huge, and I'm huge, like 9.5 inches. Like that was enough to make me go eep. Nobody has a 13-inch, and yeah, that's just. And if you did, nobody's gonna fuck you. I mean, no, because it'll hurt. Nobody. So that's not a good pickup line either. Fail.
Yeah.
Men are trash.
Yeah. So I'm hoping more people send me stuff, but there was a story.
If I get any more, I'll let you know.
Yeah. Any of y'all who are listening know anybody, send me the horrible shit. And if you want them called out, I don't have any problem doing that. To be honest with you.
Well,
go ahead.
The most annoying one that I get, I put it on your Facebook page. The most annoying one that I get all the time because I'm single and yay, is that they'll ask me like, "Hey, do you top?"
I'm sorry.
See, Nadia laughed. She knew what I was talking about. Like, "Hey, do you top?" They have this idea.
Top. Okay.
Yeah, they have this idea that the only way to fuck is to put your penis into a hole, and they want to get fucked in the asshole. So of course,
How'd that go, Amy?
fucked it.
They want to get fucked in the asshole.
Yes, and they think we can facilitate that wish, and it's not going to happen. That's an automatic block for you, by the way.
Most of my messages that I've ever gotten were asking immediately about what's in my pants and like, I don't even know who you are, kind of thing. You just run into people that just fetishize trans people for being something exotic or, something to be enjoyed once and then toss it aside and knock it off your bucket list type of thing.
Yeah, well, that happens to women, especially, different women of culture, different women from different ethnicities besides white. They're treated the same way as that. It's just fetishes. I'm not your fetish. Please stop it. Stop it now.
Yeah, I don't think people who don't understand that basically you're just like a toy to be. Like they go on like Pornhub or something. Well, Pornhub's a little better about that now, but oh look, I wonder, that looks kind of hot. I want to get with a person like that. And like they're just basically looking for that one, like like you said, their bucket list or whatever.
Yeah, don't get your sex ed from Pornhub.
They watched a video of it on one of those websites and like, oh, I want to try that, and go looking for their toss away partner.
Their cum rag, basically, is what they.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Well, I've heard that term, and it's crude, but really, it's the crudity of it. Basically, transmits the kind of way they think of trans women, I think.
Yep.
So, I mean, I wanted to read Nathan left a comment. Trans people are people, not a fetish, and that pretty much
sums it up.
Sums it up right there. Oh, go watch Nathan's show, by the way.
Yep.
A Leap of Doubt, which apparently I'm not cool enough to be on yet.
Neither am I.
See.
Yep. Nathan, we love you. Why aren't we that cool? Is it because I swear too much? It's because I swear too much, isn't it?
Well, I've had both y'all on the show. Well, both you, Nadia, and Nathan. So apparently it's.
What about Amy? I'm confused by your statement.
When I said both y'all, I meant collective noun.
Oh, y'all. Okay, I get you.
So you two,
I borrowed y'all as one part of my vernacular.
You don't get to do
that. You should do your southern accent for Chris.
He'll
love it.
Oh,
love it. She's done it before, and I put her down for it, as I recall. I commented. It was so horrible that I had to comment on your page. About how horrible it was, but go ahead. Go ahead.
You know what? Let me work up to it because I have to remember how it goes again.
Oh shit!
And then I'll just kind of start.
That's not how it works. It's natural.
Yeah, I'm not a monkey just to amuse you on command like that.
Wow. What am I? I'm here to amuse you.
You think I'm funny? What part of that do you think is funny?
No, you gotta do a voice higher than that. You think I'm funny? No. Fucking Joe Pesci and shit.
Apparently that scene was not scripted.
Oh, really? Well,
yeah,
he's a pretty good actor.
So, hey, do you want to talk about the show? Or do you want to keep bullshitting?
No, go ahead.
So, like you said earlier, Ginger Snaps, you can find us on the podcatcher of your choice or iHeartRadio or any of those other things. You can find us on
radio.
We are on iHeartRadio. I sent you a message about a month ago saying, hey, we got approved for iHeartRadio.
Holy shit.
I put in an application. I don't know if they ever went through the...
Yeah, we're on iHeartRadio. I'm sorry for iHeart listeners, but we're on iHeartRadio. I put an application in for somebody else, too, one of the big streaming services.
Yeah, I did a couple of them.
Do y'all have those iPods out here? Because, I like to get my iPod, get my sweet tea, and I just like to sit in my hammock and fan myself while sitting out there enjoying the God's green earth. And I swear, if I don't hear kids playing, then they're on the damn video game machines, rotting their minds. They're not in Sunday school learning about Jesus.
I don't even know what to say. That sounds like a Tennessee Williams play is what that sounds like.
Oh, okay.
That sounds like fucking what's her name from fucking Gone with the Wind or something.
I'm sorry, I'm not
Scarlet?
enough to know
Yeah.
that.
Well, I do, but declare. Bring me a
do
mint
declare.
julep.
Oh, come on. This is what entertains people, my terrible accents.
Well, I mean, whatever you need to tell yourself to get through the day.
I mean, that's why people listen to your show, right, Chris?
Oh. It's my charisma, really. It's my charisma.
It's the beard. It's the beard
It's
and
the
the little birds living in it.
I need to get like the beard.
Oh no, wait!
Silhouette of the beard.
You're in the South, so it's not a bird; it's an opossum living in it.
Nobody says opossum. Nobody.
I say opossum because the word is opossum.
It's possum. Nobody says
opossum.
opossum.
It's a possum, or
I don't care. It's apostrophe possum.
No, it's rats of unusual size.
Oh my God, no. It's possum. I will not hear anymore.
Opossum.
It's possum.
Opossum.
Okay. All right. Next time, because we coming through Minnesota, and we gonna see.
The scientific consensus is we don't use common names.
Oh, thank you. Thank you
Opossum.
for that, Miss Biologist. Thank you.
Anyways, back to pimping our shit. You can find us. You can find us on the FaceTubes, on the Twitter. I don't use Twitter that often. Facebook, just search the Ginger Snaps podcast. On the Twitters, we're at Gingers Pod, and we talk about queer shit, science shit, atheist shit, whatever shit we want to shit about.
It's a lot of shit.
It is. It's a lot of bullshit. we try our hardest to be fun and funny about it, and we say incredibly rude and offensive things, mainly to straight people.
Yeah,
because y'all are weird. I'm gonna keep saying that. Y'all are just weird.
That's funny. No, keep going. Keep going.
I mean, you guys never talk about sex before you have it. You just have it. And then that leaves the poor woman never having an orgasm. And if she doesn't buy any sex toys, then she's never going to experience an orgasm. And I like...
Not all straight people. We've been through this. We've already been through this. Not all cishet. Dog, what are you looking at? You want some of that pizza? I know what you want.
And Chris is once again chomping and chewing on his show.
No, I'm not. Show. That's an illusion. You're having a hallucination.
So that mouth smacking sound I keep hearing.
That's the dog. He's a ventriloquist dog. He's a special.
Oh, I see.
Ooh,
yeah,
he's good at it too. Yeah,
you just have a show just of your dog then.
That's right. That's right.
I would just love to see the live cast of your dog just sitting there sleeping. That would be perfect. 8,000 viewers first time out.
That's what happens. You can go fucking say the most important, shit ever. 3 people. Fucking have a cat or a dog jumping around to music. It's fucking 20,000 viewers. And if you happen to have a dog and cat jumping around telling people that fucking, trans people don't exist and that libertarianism rocks. You
gotta animate it poorly,
right?
As well, you have to animate it poorly. You have to have bad cutscenes on the edit. And by the way, I love editing. I think it's fucking fun as shit. I love to edit.
Yeah, so did I. You'll get over it.
I've been doing it for a year and a half, and I'm only like, how can I make it better and more fun by editing more?
Okay. Well.
And cursing me out for sound effects just want to find or make.
Yeah, you were really mean to Nadia. I mean, they can't see you. How many times do I have to fucking tell you that? I mean, really?
That's part of my charm is I like making jokes that don't make any sense to anyone except us.
That is a running joke that they can't see you. They can see you this time, Nadia, and you're not doing any visual humor.
Well, I'm not really inspired right now for visual humor.
That's awesome.
You got to see her the way I'm not inspired right now.
You can't rush like magic. You can't
okay,
rush
all
magic.
right. Okay, calm down. Okay. So how long about? I don't even
better
know
than
how
your
long.
sexy pose that you've been sporting all freaking.
That's
sexy Bowser. Mario
That's
Party.
not sexy. It's normal. That tells you what? That I'm sexy by default. That's what that
Sorry,
says.
what was that? I couldn't hear with the food in your mouth.
Okay.
Chris, I love teasing the fuck out of you. You know that, right?
You do know what? We love you, Chris. We really do.
I know.
We love you for you.
Okay. No.
No,
Yeah,
don't make fun of that. We mean that. We mean that.
No, I know. I know. I didn't mean to make fun.
Rawr.
I just meant she's using the generic thing, like, you know, you're just another person.
No, it's
I don't know.
Catchphrase sign off.
Yeah, well.
I thought we were going to start saying just catchphrase sign off, but
no, I lent that to somebody else, actually.
See, that's how it starts. They're going to make money. You better start charging people for this shit.
I do. We only have 3 patrons. Come patron the show. You'll get extra content, early release. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the audience, Chris. Come patron the show.
Chris has been a diehard patron since like the beginning.
Yeah, like the 3rd episode. The 3rd episode after we got Patreon. Yeah.
Damn.
We're even going to start doing a special movie review patron-only episode. So you're going to get your whole own episode just for being a patron. No extra money, just your own episode of us making fun of a movie.
When we get a chance to do that.
Yeah.
You know what? In solidarity with your efforts, I'm going to up my pledge. Actually.
What? What, Chris? What?
Yeah, I know. It's you're hearing it first, everybody.
Holy shit!
I'm going to up. I actually have. What is it? 1, 5, and 10? Is that what y'all are doing, or something? I don't remember.
Whatever. We don't have any of those. We just say whatever.
Oh well, I'll just say 5.
Any money or any amount we'll take.
Okay, well, I'm upping it to $5.
Or just like a nice iTunes review. I mean, nobody has to give us money. If they don't have money, then just give us a nice review.
I will give you money, but Nadia, you have to do more. You have to work on that Southern accent.
Ooh. I think I can only work on it to make it worse.
Okay, well, I mean, that's still working on it. So.
Y'all bringing that sweet tea to that church dinner tomorrow night. I swear, I had the best hamburger helper in the world. With a little bit of those crunchy French onion things on top.
No, not hamburger helper. No.
I only do things wrong just to piss you off.
No, what? Meat and three.
Yeah.
You gotta have pork chops. You gotta have okra. You gotta have green
okra.
I love fried okra. It's the best thing in the world.
All right, I'm gonna actually have to research some things aside from sweet tea, and get back to you on something a decent impression.
Mac and cheese. That's not in a fucking box. Somebody who's listening knows what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
I mean, Italians do that too. It's not a Southern.
Oh, shh.
No. I mean, we should do like I grew up in an Italian family or anything.
We should do an Italian accent, Chris.
Like, oh no, that's racist.
Boppity beepity boppity.
It's a Chris Watson.
Mario, give me a pizza, Mario. No.
You already ate the pizza.
It's not even a good pizza. It's not like a real Neapolitan.
Neapolitan?
Yeah, they have it's like really thin, crispy crust. That's a real Italian.
I've never heard of that before.
Well, I've been in Italy before, so I know these things.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. Okay.
Ass. What the fuck was that?
I'm glad that we were your first live guest. This is
right, so we can just get all the fucked up stuff out of the way.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know that it's not showing me how much time I've been on. Or it does, and I don't know how to look at it. So I'm assuming it's been a while. So I'm going to let y'all go, I think. But I do want, first of all, don't go anywhere yet, because I want to tell everybody that they need to check out my shit. PodunkPolymath.com, Twitter @thePodunkPolymath, email podunkpolymath, thepodunkpolymath@gmail.com. You can support the show at Patreon. Guess where it is? The Podunk Polymath, that's right. And on the page, there's a PayPal button, subscribe RSS, iTunes, Google Play. Did I just say that? Stitcher. And you can donate. I just said that, didn't I? See,
Yep.
This is what happens when you drink too much when you're young.
Yeah, I was going to say, have you been drinking, Chris?
I have.
No, when I was younger, I'd black out drunk just about every night. But anyway, so yeah, that's neither here nor there. But yeah, I think everybody who's still I still have like 2 or 3 patrons, which I'm a bad person. I actually need to let me do that right. I need to find out who they are so I can call them out. How dare you still support this show after everything? But yeah, I do appreciate anybody that's still listening, even after the incidents, the troubles. Oh, well, no, that's already taken. The great shunning, that's what I call it. And I won't mention anything else about it. I'll just call it that. So actually, I still have 3 patrons.
Chris, it's called shining, not shunning.
Shh. Okay.
You got the shine.
Damn it! Why is it not showing? See, I'm a bad person.
Oh, if you're talking about the app is impossible.
Yeah, it is. And it's not showing me who it is. Ugh, it's so annoying. I'll have to look on the website, I guess. But yeah, there's still 3 patrons. And if you want to become a patron now that you've seen the live show and see my technical wizardry, actually, that wasn't my fault. It was YouTube's fault.
You can see how desperately he needs those funds.
I mean, you laugh, but I mean, I'm just barely scraping by. I got to have my fancy beer.
Gotta reach 100 different beers, right?
Oh, when am I at now? Yeah, actually, I'm glad you mentioned that because, we're both, me and Amy are both on Untapped, which is a social. It's like Facebook for beer, basically. It's a social.
Track your alcoholism, and you should come friend me on Untapped if you use it.
If you use it.
Well, I'm trying to look at how many. 55 unique. How about you? Well, you've been using it like a year longer than me, right?
It's been a while. I mean, I've had it for a while, but I never used it for a while.
Yeah, I've got 55 unique, 57 total.
I have to look. I don't remember. It's quite a bit. Nathan, Corey. Actually, holy shit. I have more than 3. Nathan. Wait a minute. Is that right? Yeah. Nathan, Corey, and Torsten, I think, are the 3. Corey's from the Brainstorm podcast and Hardcore Skeptic. He's a bad motherfucker. Y'all need to check him out. Nathan, of course, he's in the chat room. We all, everybody know that. And another person, I won't mention their name because they don't like it, but her initials are RH, and I kind of like her a little bit. So.
You would, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would. I'm a little biased. So. That's 4 patrons, I guess. I don't know. Well, Eric, my friend Eric Parsons also is a patron, but his thing declined, so I won't beat that ass. But he buys me beers, so I guess that's okay.
If they buy you beer, that's good patronage right there.
Yeah,
if anybody wants to send the Ginger Snaps beer, just email us. I will get you a box.
Or wine. I'll take wine.
I'm glad you mentioned that because I meant to do that. When I get paid, I'm gonna send y'all some, but you have to use it for beer. No, it's actually no. Amy,
you send me beer, you send Nadia wine, and we'll review it on the show live if you're gonna.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
I mean,
why the hell not? We'll have a drunk episode, right?
Every episode I do is drunk, including this one.
Not me. I'm just.
You have to buy it for that purpose, and you have to remember which ones you get.
I will buy it and save it until recording, and then I will make sure to text you and also let you know on the show.
Okay.
Credit where is credit due.
Good deal. All right, y'all. Well, thanks for coming on. Now, of course, my outro is usually y'all take it easy now, okay? However, since a certain Nadia is on, they have to do their outro.
Oh no.
Good night, Nadia.
No. No, hold on. Because now I gotta fucking I still haven't figured out. Anybody who knows anything about technical shit, let me know, because I'm trying to figure out how to like live talk and then have the outro play at the same time like I do with the regular podcast. With the, I don't know if there's a way to do that though. You know what I'm saying? Without having to use my phone as a
No, there is. I don't think there is, but I'm not the expert.
well, I'm not either when it comes to live stuff.
Are you talking about Good Night, Nadia? Is that what you're talking about? Her outro?
Well, no, that and the other thing where she tells she's mean to me. That's
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So
Wait a minute. All right, go ahead. Say it.
Go fuck yourself, Chris.
You have to say it louder. That wasn't good.
Are you trying to record me?
No, are you trying to record me? You're already on here.
Are you trying to record me off of your phone, I meant?
No, I was trying to.
No. Outro.
Yeah. Just say it. Just say it louder.
Sorry. Go fuck yourself, Chris.
Yay! Good night, Nadia and Amy.
Good
night, Amy.
Good night, Nadia. Don't forget your sweet tie.